be proud of your disgusting morals, guest. Own it. I agree. If that's your morals, if those are yours, just own up to it. And Siphus Ignatius, thank you for the $5 super chat, says, caller logic, no word for grape, so grape doesn't exist. What an actual dummy. I know. And the funny thing is, he thinks like he did good just now, but everybody sees through that nonsense. Dex, again with the $5 super chat, thank you. It says, was there a Hebrew word for graped, but the Bible never used it? Why does this feel like a red flag? Yeah, I know. It's wild. But listen, I can't expect these Orthodox Philbros to read their Bible.
I didn't even say yes or no.
Someone track this guy's state down. We're gonna call the cops. He think it's okay to grape 10 virgins if a voice from the sky tells him to do so. This is wild. No wonder you're ashamed to admit it. I'd be ashamed too.
Wait, did God ever tell someone to do that? Because obviously it's not good. Because God never said no.
God caused it to happen in David's lifetime. He caused 10 of David's wives to be raped by Absalom as a punishment for what David did to Uriah the Hittite. So it's not only is it a good hypothetical question, but it's something that God had happen.
No, can you show me where he did it? Can you show the verse? Can you put the verse on the screen?
Sure can. Yeah, it's going to be in 2
Samuel.
Because
this guy, I mean, obviously he's lying on the Bible.
12.
Yeah,
can you see the screen?
You're literally. Yeah, because number one, your hypothetical is literally impossible because God never commanded someone to do that.
Spot on, which is why you had to run from it for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to read you where God said it's okay to do. Thus saith the Lord, I will raise up trouble against you from within your own house, and I will take your wives before your eyes and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in broad daylight. For you did it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel in broad daylight. And then that happens in chapter 16. Absalom comes in, takes control over the palace while David is on the run because he's trying to usurp the throne. And in a show of power and force over his father's authority, he takes 10 of David's wives that were left behind and pitches a tent on top of the palace and sleeps with them.
Where does it say they raped anyone?
In broad daylight.
Yeah, where does it say they raped anyone?
Chapter 16.
But does it say the word rape?
The word rape doesn't actually appear in Hebrew.
Oh, so he didn't say any. Oh, so no one.
We'll try this again.
So now you're lying.
The word rape doesn't appear in Hebrew.
So you just got caught lying.
I'm not lying. I'll just read it for you since you're too slow.
Yeah, you're literally lying. You just got caught lying and now you're mad.
There's no biblical Hebrew word for rape, idiot.
Yeah, because it's not there. Because God never commanded anyone to rape anyone.
No, the word doesn't exist.
It's not good because God never commanded.
The word doesn't exist.
Nor
listen for 3 seconds and you'll understand.
You ever do so?
There's no biblical Hebrew word for rape. That doesn't exist in the Bible.
Because it's not there.
It's because it doesn't exist.
It's not.
All right. So stop crashing out and I'll read you the passage where it happens. So this is when Absalom is trying to figure out how does he display his force over David now that David's no longer in the palace. So he goes to the advisor and it says, Absalom said to Ahithophel, give us your counsel. What shall we do? And Ahithophel said to Absalom, go into your father's concubines, the ones he has left to look after the house. And all Israel will hear that you have made yourself odious to your father. And the hands of all...
Where does it say that he commanded people to be grave?
And the hands of all who are with you will be strengthened. So they pitched a tent for Absalom on the roof, and Absalom went into his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel. And so
where does it say that someone was raped?
So this is exactly what happened. The 10 wives were taken.
Where does it say it?
The 10 wives were taken against their own will, and in front of broad daylight, in front of all the onlookers, this guy who was...
Does it say that they were...
This guy who was...
Does it say they were...
This guy who was usurping the throne.
No, it doesn't.
Took them and slept with them in broad daylight. Now, the question that you have to ask yourself is whether or not you think these women went willingly, and they wouldn't go willingly. Not only
does it say
because it's the death penalty for doing so, but also they wouldn't be doing it willingly because this is their this is their son. So now they'd be breaking two.
He's been caught in a lie.
So they'd be breaking.
And now he's continuously muting.
So they'd be breaking 2 different laws. Both of those laws would require the death penalty. And they didn't actually get the death penalty. You know what they got? Did you read 2 Samuel? Have you read chapter 20 yet? Have you read chapter 20?
Yeah.
It's a yes or no.
I've been waiting for you.
It's a yes or no. Have you read chapter 20?
I've read chapter 20.
What happens in chapter 20?
I'm waiting for you to show me
what happens in chapter 20.
To be raped. So where does it say that?
What happens in chapter 20?
Where does it? Okay, so he can't show me, guys. So now he's literally been caught in this lie.
We literally just read it. So the women were taken by force. as a display of power over their father.
Where does it say?
And when David regained his authority, what he didn't do is have the women executed, which would have been the appropriate punishment for the crime. What he did was he put his wives, his now ex-wives, well, they're still his wives, but he put his wives away in a separate housing rather than taking them back and sleeping with them.
Where does it say they've been?
Because they've been defiled by another man.
Where does it say they've been?
So David can't actually take them back because that would be a violation of Deuteronomy 24.
You can't even answer the question.
So the fact that David didn't actually have them stoned and nobody else,
so he's not able to show me because he's been been caught in this lie,
and nobody else in the community had them stoned. That means that not only was this a rape, but everybody knew it was a rape. Because
where does it say they've been raped?
Because it's not optional. In Deuteronomy 22, if somebody is accused and there's witnesses of sleeping and committing adultery, you must execute the person via stoning. That's what Deuteronomy 22 says. So,
does it say that the person was raped?
I already told you there's no biblical Hebrew.
Is it yes or no question?
There's no biblical Hebrew for rape.
Does it say that they've been raped? Yes or no?
It's a malformed question. Yes.
So now he can't even answer the question.
The answer was yes.
He wanted yes or no.
The answer was yes.
So it's the text. Okay, show me where it says they've been raped.
The text says they were taken, and it doesn't.
The text say they were
doesn't say they were taken willingly.
Does the text say they were raped?
Yes.
Okay, show me where the text said they were raped. Go ahead.
I just did. I read it to you.
No, you didn't.
We'll try this
again.
You
literally just said that the word isn't even there. So now you're just
what
lying.
happens is when you get raped, you're taken against your will, and somebody sleeps with you, and that's what happened to these women.
I mean,
that's the definition.
So you said the text says that the woman has been raped, right?
We'll try this again. The text says they were taken against their will. No question. The text says they were taken against their will, and somebody slept with them against their will. That is the definition of rape. That means they were raped. Not hard.
Okay. Can you answer the question?
I already answered the question 3 times. There's no biblical Hebrew word for rape.
Okay, so the text doesn't say they were raped. There you go.
The text describes them being raped. It's okay if it went over your head.
Well, I
know you've never read the Bible, so it's fine.
I've read the Bible. I've read the Bible multiple times.
I don't know why you're trying to escape this. You said it was good anyways. You said if God told the women.
No, I said it's not good because God never said so. God never.
No, you said it is good. If God commanded the women to be raped, then it would be a good thing. So I don't know why you're running from this passage now.
No, I'm saying no. It's not good because God never commanded to do.
He literally just did. He says he's causing it to happen.
God never commanded me or anyone else to do so, so it's not good.
He did. He commanded
against it. He said he commanded against it.
He caused Absalom to do it. Did you read that part?
Where does it say that the woman were raped?
Well, not only does it describe them being raped, God says he's causing it in verse 11. So in verse 11, he says, "Thus saith the Lord, I will raise up trouble against you from within your own house." Do you think that the trouble was...
Where does that mention anything about rape?
It just did. I read it to you in chapter 16. I'm sorry that you're too thick to understand the definition.
Yeah, you're not showing me where it says they've been raped. So
I did.
It's like you're just pretty much yapping at this point. Everything you're saying is just cap.
The story described it. It's okay. You can lie all you want.
Oh, where does it say they've been raped? Go ahead.
I just told you. The story.
Show me the line.
The story told you.
Yeah, which verse?
The story just. I'll read it to you.
Which verse?
I'll read it. Chapter 16. Do you want to read it out loud for the class, or do you want me to read it for you again?
I want to read the part where it says they've been raped.
Read it. It's on the screen.
Read it. Which line says that the woman been raped?
I already told you. It describes them being raped. It doesn't use the word rape because there's no word.
The text doesn't say they were raped?
Because there's no word in biblical Hebrew for rape.
Does the text say they were raped?
We already went over this 100 times, yes.
So the text doesn't say?
It does, yes. It describes them being raped.
Okay, where does it say it? And then I'll read it.
It describes them being raped. It's on the screen right now. Read it.
Where?
It's on the screen. Read it.
I don't see anywhere on the screen where it says the woman were raped.
Read the screen.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere on the screen where it says they were raped. So there you go.
Okay,
raping people is not good because God never.
So you can't actually engage.
God never commanded anyone
in an adult dialogue. So I'll move on to an actual adult now. Imagine coming up here to do all that. Oh, Danny came through. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just say this and then I'll leave now that he's gone. But it's like, imagine someone saying that the verse says that, let's say Bathsheba was, David married her. Oh, well, it's not true. Then it doesn't say that Bathsheba was
That's a good
his
point.
wife.
That's a really
Right.
good point.
That's exactly what he's doing. Same. I mean, Mari should know better because he believes in the Trinity, but where in the Bible does it say?
That's a very good point, actually.
And then also, I don't think there are very many explicit verses where Jesus says that he's God, but they infer it from saying stuff like, I'm the beginning and the end, or I was always there."
Yeah. They love
So-
inferences.
Yeah, but then suddenly that whole strategy falls apart when it's inconvenient.
Yeah, I know,
And-
right?
Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. Good, have fun on your live.
Hey, thanks, Danny. Good to hear from you, buddy.